All right. Well, thanks for tuning into Leading Forecast. And I tell you what, exciting time to be into meteorology over the next several weeks. The pattern's really getting going, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And we got a lot of stuff that is going to be going on over the next week or month or however long. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. There's a lot of good stuff on the model. So, anyways, we got a lot to talk about. So let's get on over to the forecast maps, and you can see we do have a few systems here that are across the nation. We have a cold front that's draped down across this area right now. Some showers and thunderstorms breaking out along, as well as ahead of it, which we'll show in a second. And then there's another system up here that's getting ready to come on board. We'll also talk about that. I tell you what, it's a lot of good stuff. Going on over to the radar, you can see basically the eastern portion of the country here. That's where we're seeing showers and even a few rumbles of thunder out here across Indiana. Nothing severe. We are watching, though, the potential for maybe some severe weather down here across Alabama and Georgia. In fact, there's a mesoscale discussion going on across this area for the potential for a severe thunderstorm watch, depending on what these storms end up doing. Anyways, going on over to the Storm Prediction Center. Storm Prediction Center boys have a C-text out across this area today. Nothing major, maybe some gusty winds and some hail. But other than that, not anything too much. Tomorrow, C-text goes up here. Again, gusty winds and some hail. All right, let's get on over to the forecast models because we do have quite a bit to talk about. This is as we get into tomorrow. Here's your big low sitting up here, and your fronts draped across this area. There's those showers and thunderstorms maybe getting going up there, or will get going up there. Flooding concerns up into the northeast, especially over these this next week or two because of these systems coming through. And then we have cooler air rushing out behind this low as it does start to kind of come up and move up to the north here over the next few days. This is as we get into Saturday. Look at this low winding up here across Canada, 972 millibars. So very intense low. That's that low coming through and eventually going to wind up that way. And then here's our next system starting to come into the plains here. Another low developing out here. As we get into Sunday, your low is now kind of out here. Some showers going on out across the warm front area, out across the Midwest up into the Northeast. As we get into Sunday afternoon, some stuff going on down here into the Gulf, which we'll watch as well. This is as we get into Monday. Here's kind of your, what we would call a banana low. Showers and thunderstorms developing up here along this warm front all the way from Missouri up through Ohio and Indiana as we get into Monday. Then as we get into Tuesday, look what happens here. Here's this big low pressure system now developing. Front draping down through here. Thunderstorms developing all out in front of this front. We'll just have to wait and see. I think there's going to be some areas of severe weather maybe out through here on Monday, and then maybe more down into this area on Tuesday. And then look at this, cold air surging in. The 540 line, there we go. The 540 line is right here, and this is what we look at in the winter for rain changing over to snow, because that's where all your cold air is. And I tell you what, winter's trying to make a comeback, and you're really going to see it here in just a little bit. This is as we get into next Wednesday, and look at this beast roaring up here. All kinds of precip breaking out along the front. Some of these models changing it back and forth. The Euro really bringing a huge storm up into the northeast, almost a nor'easter, as we get into next week. And here's all your cold air now coming in from Canada into the Great Lakes region, and probably could see some snow showers across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, PA, to the northeast and up towards the Great Lakes next week. Going on over to the 500 millibar pattern. This is as we get into tomorrow. Here's your 500 millibar low. Trough building in here. A very nice negative tilted trough building in tomorrow afternoon. As we get into skipping ahead, that trough works its way off. This is as we get into Monday. Here's the new trough building in here, sparking severe weather out ahead of it. I don't think it'll be a big outbreak, but definitely some severe weather, I think. As we get into Tuesday, here's your trough still digging in. And look at these troughs. You know, a lot of these troughs are really digging in. That's telling me we're really starting to get a lot of cold air and warm air trying to merge together and really getting back into, or trying to transition into winter. And we may see a little early winter this year. We'll just have to wait and see. And this is get into next Wednesday. Look at this trough. This thing digs all the way down into the Gulf. And that's what's going to help bring into a lot of this moisture we were seeing on the forecast model earlier. This thing digs down and the jets, or this trough, gets into the Gulf and brings up all that Gulf moisture. And we go crazy as far as precip out here. Going on over, this is the NAO. And I will zoom in on this a little bit. And this is the NAO, and anytime this goes negative, we a lot of times we'll see those nor'easters with these negative NAOs, and you can see we've been very positive all September, October, and then finally now look what happens. We go positive, and then by late October here, mid-October, we go way negative here in a lot of these models for the NAO. So when that goes negative, there's a good chance we could see a nor'easter or northeast moving storm here up the that'll move up the East Coast, and definitely looks possible. Everything's working together on that one. I wanted to show you the Digix. Can't show you the Euro. This is as we get into Monday. There's those showers and thunderstorms breaking out along the warm front here. As we get into Wednesday, here's this big low moving up the East Coast here, spreading a lot of rain. I tell you what, I think we're going to see a lot of flooding problems. We still are, but a lot more widespread flooding problems in the Northeast over the next couple of weeks as these systems start to move up the East Coast. And and then we got the here's the cold air coming in behind it, and the Euro really bringing in cold air. The European model is bringing in a beastly storm. So anywho, we'll see. I have to see how that plays out. But I tell you what, this pattern is crazy. We're going to see snow, heavy rain, high winds, probably some severe weather, and we're getting in the fall. It's that time of year again. We're trying to transition temperature, going from in the 80s to down into the 30s. So winter's on its way and may get here for some of us a little sooner than we anticipate. So anyways, that's all I have for the day. You can view this on swiftchaseteam.com or thedailyforecast.net. Everybody have a great weekend.